I think it's time to see some cats. Get everybody their stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's cast.
Alright, just stay over there. Don't come over here. I just wanted to take a video of the under the platform, because I wanted to just kind of admire like the platforming kind of like skills. Like Calvin really did a good job of like welding these things together to kind of like really brace all of this stuff. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. And you're gonna just lay down right here. I was trying to showcase to the people at home like some of Calvin's handiwork, which it doesn't, I mean, and I will say it, and it doesn't, you know, like, oh, what, it's just like crossbeam, but it's like, he is very talented. He built this whole thing, so, you know. Based off of, you know, Heidi's designs. Because that's the other thing, too, about that component, that design component, is such a critical kind of thing, because you have to design something that's appropriate for these animals, that one can like be secure enough to hold and contain them and sustain them, but then also it's not going to hurt them. Because there's so many little things that can hurt these guys, because they don't know to not get into one thing or another thing. Some of them aren't the brightest. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? He's speechless. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. See, even he appreciates Calvin's handiwork. And like he only knows how to like understand things like via like pop-up book. All right. Whoa. I think that we kicked off something. He gets better reception. He gets a good, hold on. No, wait a minute. Okay. Oh my gosh. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm sitting there talking about like, oh yeah, that's how he gets better TV reception. Yeah, no kidding. I need you to point it more southwest. Oh yeah, no. It's still kind of fuzzy, but I can see the picture a little bit. Boomer. I need you to get up on the roof and do your thing there, bud. We were trying to watch the game. It's Boomer's. He runs a small business. You know, he helps people in rural communities get better television signals. Just with all of him. All right, I've literally just been sitting here for like a couple minutes, like waiting to like do like a fuller, like wider shot. And I'm just like waiting, like, all right, he's gonna get tired and he's gonna put that thing away. Like any minute now. And it's like, nope. It's just, I'm Boomer. And that's Joe. No, there we go. Now we're family friendly. Good job. Heidi and I, we were watching. Well, and it's one of those kind of things where it's like, sometimes you'll kind of put a show on and be like, I think that my partner, spouse, significant other, or whatever might enjoy this thing, but it's always like a gamble. You ever have that? Because you know how like you have, and I'm saying like, well, the people who actually, you know, like have partners and significant others and have people in their lives that don't think that you're just like a complete, just, you know, washed up kind of whatever. Someone in your life that can actually stand to be around you. That's something, right? And then there's some people like, no, I'm sad because I don't got that. And I was thinking that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you know, I don't know, brush your teeth more. I don't know. But anyway, for the non-lonely people, you know how that is where you have like your shows that you like, and then you got shows that your partner likes, and then there's like sometimes you'll have like a pretty wide Venn diagram overlap of things that you both like, and then sometimes it's a very teeny little sliver. Some couples, it's just like, no, there's my interests over here and your interests over here, and like we have no interest. We like each other, but that's about it. Like we don't like any of the other things that the other person likes. Z. So like I think that Heidi and I, we do, and I think it's important to have more independent interests than shared interests. I as far as like how healthy your relationship can be. Like Heidi and I guess like you could sit there, yeah, like the biggest shared interest that we have is it's the thing that brought us together. It's the thing that because that's the thing that drew me to the facility was, you know, this love for the animals and love for the work and everything. And then it was through that she was like, oh, like I could actually kind of make something happen with this person. And I was like, I think I could make something happen with this. We both share this common love for this thing. But otherwise, a lot of our taste in TV and movies, it's not always like completely diametrically opposed, but it's like we have our own interests. We have our things that we like. So, you know, and like anyone, like, the non-lonely people, the non-sad people, you know what I'm talking about when you say like, oh, when you find something that you think like, you know what? Yeah, my interests, their interests, middle section, this might be something that exists. This might be something that can fit in this middle section. And then you take a risk. You're like, hey, let's, because that, you know, I've introduced shows to Heidi saying like, hey, I think we, you and me, we could watch this together. And then like we start watching it together, and she gives it a chance, she gives it a try, and then she's like, that's dumb. This is dumb. I didn't like it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed the mark. And here's the thing, she's done the same thing. Whereas it's like, oh my gosh, I found this thing. We could watch this together. What do you think? And then we watch it, and I'm just like, ugh, I hate it. And she's like, but I like it. Oh, I thought we could have shared. So yeah, when it comes to something, because like that's the other thing, like Schitt's Creek, that became a her and my, like we both like equally like love that show. It was a very great show for us to both kind of watch and get into. So I introduced the show, and I'm like, I don't know, she might like it, she might not. And it was like, and I did it smartly. I put it on while we were working, because we were cleaning out the closet in our den. It's a big double door, like French door kind of closet, and which is just, it had just miscellaneous, just crap, just like storage stuff put in there just for years and years. So when we took everything out, the entire den, we have a big den. Like the den is literally about the size. Yeah. This floor space is not too far off from like how big our den actually is. So like the closet's over here, And then we opened it up and we took it, and just there's stuff everywhere. It took us all day, but it's clean. It's like, yeah, we threw a bunch of stuff out, like, get this crap out of here. We don't need this. Oh my gosh, we should probably, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this thing. What? That's where that went, you know, like stuff like that all day. And while we were working, I had, the only reason I knew about this, so is because someone at work had it on, and they kind of were watching like a little bit, and I'm like, oh, look at that. Clarkson Farms on Amazon. You know, Jeremy Clarkson from the British car fella. The Top Gear individual. I guess he has a show on Amazon, and it's kind of like it's kind of a reality kind of thing, but it's all about him learning how to farm, because he has a big piece of property, big piece of property over in England, out in farming country, but I guess like the property itself like hasn't been a working farm for a while. So like he's bought it and he's lived on that property for a long time. And he's like, no, I'm going to actually go through the process of like turning it into like a producing, working farm, even though he himself is not a farmer. But he is like, I am going to become a farmer. It's a fantastic show. It's such a great show. It's hilarious. It's funny. And especially like for us, like living and working out here, because like, you know, you have tractors and implements and things, and like, you know, stuff that can go right and then stuff that can go wrong. We can appreciate a show like that big time. Oh yeah, we can definitely appreciate a show like that. So I put it on because it's a gamble. Oh, I didn't know. And yeah, we were watching it, and we were both enjoying it quite a bit. And Heidi was just like, and I was like, what do you think? It's just like, but he's like, it's all right, but I want to keep cleaning this closet. I want to keep on cleaning this closet, but I keep on watching this stinking show. And it's putting me further behind. And I'm like, you have a point there. But yeah, if you haven't, if you, anyone that kind of, I wouldn't even say like, oh, you have to like, you know, have like some sort of tie-in to like, you know, outdoor work. Because it's not just farm, because, you know, like outdoor, you know, manual labor, kind of work with your hands type stuff. You'll appreciate this show. Anyone that does any sort of, so I will say, that's not a prerequisite. You don't have to come or hail from that sort of background to be able to watch the show. That's not membership to that sort of club. Like, will I like the show or will I not? I think it's a great show. I think a lot of people, I think even all, you know, if you're kind of hoity-toity city slicker, you'd appreciate that show. But I will say, if you do come from a rural background, if you do come from a much more kind of like a blue collar, especially if you come from a farming background, you'll love this show, because he makes it not, because the thing about it though is like he makes so many different kind of like, he makes so many mistakes, and but he learns, and he gives it this honest to goodness effort, and you root for him. You really, really do. And it's hilarious. Just like the different things he tries to do and the different shortcuts that he tries to take, you know, on certain things. But then he realizes like, oh, I can't take this shortcut because of X, and then now I've actually added even way more work to my schedule than I ever should have. And yeah, and like people, like other farmers are like, why would you do that? other farmers who are helping him out, it's just like, now I have to do all these other things. I'm like, oh, it's fantastic. It's so good. Did you even think? I thought that I was making, you know, more efficient process. I didn't realize. It's like, now my job, 3 weeks from now my job is going to be near impossible. But yeah, it's like you see like the slow steps of them turning this, you know, and it's an estate. It's like an old-timey English estate, and like they're slowly turning it into like a working, producing farm. It's awesome. But even like different things, like trying to like hook the tractor up to like certain implements and like not knowing, like it's like what the hell does this go, like how do you connect this to this? And then it's like, all right, back up, nope, too much, okay, get off the tractor, come over, okay, back up onto the tractor, do the thing. And it's like, I've been there. I'm watching him struggle and I'm just like, oh, I feel your pain, Jeremy. Hang in there, bud. Like, I know exactly what you're going through right now. I know. Like, you just want to swear and you just want to throw things like, ah! Yep, I've been there. Or like how, remember Heidi was, what he was, because he had planted a field. He had planted some potatoes on one patch of a field, and then they actually started growing, and he was so excited. He's like, look at my potatoes! I've grown a thing! And Heidi was just like, yeah, like that's how she felt. Like when we were baling hay, it's like that's I grew a thing. Like when she looks at all the bales of hay that came from her hard work, she's just like, it's like, I know that feeling. And then there's like these little weird moments and everything where it's like, yeah, it goes from being like really nice and funny and hilarious and like, oh my gosh, frustrating. And then there's these weird little things where like you see like the growth and the change of him. Like there's a moment like after he gets a bunch of sheep, like he buys a flock of like 80 sheep. And he puts them all in his pasture, finally gets them all in after he like, mounts up a fence and stuff. Like it shows the whole episode of all that. And then at the end of the whole thing, like he's like, he was like leaning on a fence. It's like, there's something really nice. There's something really, really nice about just leaning on the fence and just looking at my sheep. Like I kind of get this kind of thing. I get this, the allure of this thing and why people from this kind of lifestyle, they have like this kind of spiritual connection. It's like, that's not what he wasn't saying that, but it's you could kind of see it just in the way that he was kind of there and presenting, and how it became a larger, he's like, yeah, there's something to this whole thing. Hi, I'm Melita Pita. Hi, Melita Pita. Hello, Melita Pita. Hi, Melita Pita. Did I do the thing? Did I do the introduction? Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. I'm sorry if I didn't do it. And I'm also sorry if I did do it and that's the second time you're hearing it. That's got to be annoying. It's got to be super annoying. How do you folks even put up with me? I wonder. How? What are you doing? I don't have the ability to help you, I think, in the way that you're looking. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbus Award in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website carerescuetexas.com for more information. You keep them tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy people. I see you. You are so fancy. Thank you so much for your support. And here is Melita. And actually, let's just keep the fancy names over on the side. Oh my gosh, right there. There's the supporters. There's the extra fancy people. Trying to definitely, like add like some more content, more snuffle casts and different things for the extra fancy tiers. So as a thanks for your unwavering support. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. Melita, you going to come back over and give us one final snuffle? Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
The webcast is now over. cat content.